I guess, do you just want to like introduce yourself and like say what you do before we dive deeper into everything?
Yeah, sure. I'm Sabre. I'm probably the woman you've seen on your phone before. I make content on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch. Like I do that. I do the thing. I do a lot of education, like politics, talking. I kind of just talk at my phone and people listen to me for some reason because I have really nice hair. But that's kind of what I do. It's really fun. I enjoy it a lot. I stream on Twitch. I do like little video games or like just like talking and hanging out. But I upload daily on Instagram and TikTok.
Yeah.
So that's mainly how people know me.
Yeah, I think I knew you from TikTok, and then I saw you. I think there was like the situation with like Nancy Mace.
Yeah, Nancy Mace. Yeah.
Who with the government account was like starting shit with you.
Yeah, it was. That's kind of where people started to learn who I was, which was kind of nuts. But yeah, that shit happened, and then people found me on Twitter, and I'm annoying as hell on Twitter, and accidentally start discourse every other week, which is great.
I mean, you know, that's kind of like where I stand, but I get like involved with a lot of like VTuber drama as well.
Yeah, I see you beefing on Twitter all the time.
Yeah. That's kind of what I'm known for.
Perfect. Yeah, I remember seeing your shit. I saw like your clips and whatnot on TikTok, and I just started seeing him so much. Yeah, like I see him like all the time, and I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna follow her. So
my Valorant type of clips.
Yeah, yeah. Or like, I don't know, guys would just be like, oh, like I don't know, just like rage baiting people. I'm like, oh, these are funny. Like I like these. So.
I'm glad. Yeah. I have like a talent for making people upset and turning them into content.
That's professional rage baiter. That's fantastic. Yeah, you got to do that in fucking Deadlock. I'm plugging Deadlock. I play a shit ton of Deadlock, but there's some weirdos on Deadlock.
I played it during beta, and I was like really overwhelmed with everything because I don't really play MOBAs.
Oh, MOBAs.
Yeah. I would have to learn.
You get some. I've had some fucking weird ass teammates. Like it's crazy. It's fun.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
I mean, if you don't know who I am, hi, I'm Nyara, and I'm one of those VTubers who yap about politics, but actually doing a lot of like leftist things, which is not that common when it comes to VTubers. Typically, a lot are just like drifting to the right or like the incel type of like fan base, which is like something that I'm trying to, you know.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, like the anime community is kind of funded by a lot of like incels. Like there's so much like fascism when it comes to anime and like VTubers and whatnot. And there are just like so many people who just want to listen to like manosphere type of content, but like out of, you know, the mouth of like an anime girl, which is kind of crazy.
Yeah. Huh. That's.
It's
weird.
It's pretty annoying. It's pretty annoying. And I have gotten in a lot of like trouble with other VTubers because of like what I do with like calling out transphobia and
You get in trouble for that?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
It's kind of wild how like this year developed when it comes to me, because like initially like I made like videos of just, you know, me talking about like being trans, and you know, I'm from Germany, so like sharing my experiences from like going through the legal process and whatnot. Initially I uploaded like scripted content to TikTok where I was talking about being trans in the Overwatch community. And I made some rage baity, clickbaity type of thumbnail. The video was basically about me talking about why trans education and representation matters. And it's, you know, like a speech bubble from like J.K. Rowling being like, leave kids alone, and my model having a speech bubble going no. Because, you know, like obviously trans people care about the next generation of trans people and want to have like a better future for. So it's like playing into that trope, and that got like picked up and boosted since January by a lot of like these right-wing grifter anime people, and it's been getting boosted ever since. And it's wild. Like, you know, Asmongold ranted about me and.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, that's like a badge of honor. Holy shit.
Yeah, he was. When I went to TwitchCon EU this year, I had like so many people who were like, "Oh, I just read about you," and like Asmongold, who doesn't like you, that's pretty based. And I'm like, people know me now.
Holy shit. Wow.
And,
I mean, he's a fucking gremlin. It's insane.
Yeah, I made like a bunch of videos. Talking about
so
the transphobia and whatnot. There's a whole song, He said famously, everybody hates this bitch, which is now a design for my new merch. So
that's amazing. That's amazing.
And he called me a roach.
Fun. Oh, so, he did.
Yeah. He called me a roach.
Okay, the guy who used like a dead rat as like an alarm clock.
Yeah, so I'm not entirely sure if that's like flirting or because like he likes roaches, so I'm not entirely sure how to feel about that.
That's, you know what? That's true. That's true. Wow.
But yeah, so
what a fucking weirdo.
That's kind of like why I guess I'm more seen as like a controversial figure in like the trans community or like VTuber community because of like the stuff, the type of like content that I get involved in.
You're just not grifting.
Yeah. Even though I get like sort of like this I get a lot of like from the right who say that I'm like left-wing grifting for you know, supporting trans kids and whatnot because it's like rage baity and it gets engagement. Yeah, it's
God, that's a weird fucking environment to be in.
Yeah.
Just like everybody's just doing the fucking grift. I mean, I don't know. I haven't seen much about VTubing. I just see like all the controversies that are like, oh, this person has a model that looks like it's like 12.
Oh yeah.
And it's always like, oh, that's a little strange.
That's a little weird. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. But I never really give it much thought because it's never really been my thing. But, you know, all the drama now about that, like the guy who's like a peanut or something.
Oh God, I'm so fucking tired of this.
Yeah, like I just see like the big stuff come out of like VTubers, like wow, they're really in their own little world. That's crazy.
Yeah. And
oh my God.
I think like VTubing is like really like interesting because it used to be incredibly niche and a lot of people want to like gatekeep and like have this still as like a niche thing. There's like a lot of like the connection when it comes to like idol culture. So you can't, if you're a VTuber, you can't share your face because it breaks the immersion and you're going to lose followers. You can't talk about your relationship because then you're going to have, like you can't exploit the parasocial type of things, and people are getting like canceled and death threats over it, and it's crazy, but like
wow,
it's getting a lot less of this niche idol culture, like at least in the West, and I think that's good. But obviously there's a lot of drama, and there's like a Google Docie dropped every a couple of days about like some shenanigans and behind the scenes, because there's also like a lot of like, oh, somebody gets outed for doing bad things, so they like hide and rebrand, and then they come back, and then eventually they get exposed again because they repeat the same shitty behaviors and
Times a circle.
yeah.
That's fucking wow. I mean, I guess like each community does have like their little just fucking like weird like cycles that it goes through.
Yeah.
Like even the trans community does that. Like it's the same discourse every fucking month.
Mm-hmm.
And like, I don't know, it's interesting how that happens fucking everywhere.
Oh yeah, like when I started befriending more people who do like ASMR roleplay, like they have behind the scenes drama and
ASMR has drama?
Yeah, it's crazy.
What?
Like
what's the ASMR drama? Like what?
Oh my god. I mean, so obviously when it comes to like AI using uncredited art in thumbnails, not crediting people when using their scripts or not having like permission, like there's a lot of things like that when it comes to like the drama. Or when you're an ASMR artist and somebody else is like an ASMR artist and you collab with them and you get like more traction because of them, and then there's like a lot of like entitlement to be like, oh, I made you. Yeah, exactly.
I taught you how to moan into a microphone.
Exactly.
You're mine. Like what?
Yeah. And then obviously when it comes to Twitch banning ASMR, VTubers and YouTube always banning ASMR artists and so on. Like there's a lot of like this drama.
Wow.
Yeah, it's VTuber stuff and ASMR roleplay stuff overlaps a lot because a lot of people who do like ASMR roleplay are VTubers.
Huh. This is so interesting. This is wow. I'm like learning about a whole new world. This is insane.
Yeah.
Wow. Wait, so has ASMR, okay, so I don't listen to ASMR. Has it evolved past like crinkling things in a microphone?
Oh, so ASMR roleplay is basically like immersive like stories, kind of.
What?
Yeah. Yeah, it's
How
like
is that ASMR?
It's like somebody I mean, it's not essentially like whispering, but there's like a lot of like when it comes to atmosphere and you know, being calming and I don't know, vampire chains you up in the basement and you know, type of things.
Oh my god, I always thought those were like photoshopped like memes. That's like a real thing.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
I had no idea. Oh shit. Okay, now I can see how you'd get like controversy.
Yeah.
Like that.
Wow,
I mean,
so
you also
to be
have to
fair,
be like a writer.
yeah, so there are like Reddits where there are like scripts and whatnot, and you know, people post them, others read them, and so on. But I mean, to be fair, like when it comes to like the crinkly and whatnot, there's also drama that I am luckily not a part of, but like there's also like weird things and like narcissism, obviously, when it comes to like content creators and like big egos and so on.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like any community, when people gain a following, it's like it's a big ego thing. Like just like evolving around the fucking numbers, like big numbers. People go crazy about big numbers. Like even in my personal life, I get treated so much differently just because people are like, oh, you have a Instagram account with big number. So like, I'm not going to treat you like a normal person. And it's so weird.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
There's like a lot of like in the VTuber community, but I think that is like for creators like in general, like streamers and whatnot. There's a lot of like high school clique mentality where it's like, oh, you're like part of the out group. You don't appeal to like the alpha big number person with like all the connections. And there's a lot of like you know, fake drama being like posted on socials in order to like involve like so many people and like ruin each other. And it's like, it's so exhausting to always see this. And then like read messages or like the situation and be like, you could have just resolved this like in DMs. Just let it go.
Yeah, like you could have just like talked to each other and then it's fucking solved.
I had one altercation with someone who I called out for you know, basically justifying or like downplaying a lot of like abuse of like conversion therapy and whatnot. And they then posted about like VGen, that's like a big platform where they're like artists and whatnot, where somebody impersonated that VTuber, and then they posted it on Twitter to be like, look, Nyara and her community are doing like these evil things in order to like portray me as like evil. And I'm like sitting like in private because I also got like the message, and I was like, okay, I'm sorry that you're like being dragged into this by like some weirdo on Twitter who also did this to me and like other people and whatnot. I'm just going to like commission you because you thought that you would get like a commission, but it was just fake nonsense, and I know that it feels shitty. But this person was like, oh, I'm going to turn this into a spectacle in order to get like clout and be like, oh, Nyara is doing this. I'm like, there's no evidence. You're just trying
everyone
to get
wants
like
to get a
drama.
hit tweet.
Yeah.
Everyone's trying to get a hit tweet.
Exactly.
Like, I feel like, especially, oh my god, all like trans discourse is everybody trying to get a hit tweet or trying to start discourse.
Oh yeah.
Like, every week, discourse is like ruled by somebody with 5 followers and made their account 2 months ago, because they'll just say something to be inflammatory and everyone's like, actually, that's wrong. And it's like, yes, we all know this. We don't have to have fucking discourse about it. And then people who want to get a hit tweet to be like, oh, I'm going to dunk on that. Then they're like, no, actually, I'm playing devil's advocate and this person is correct. And then you have discourse.
There's also this thing that like a lot of people on the right do, especially when it comes to like the VTuber anime community, where they go and look on Blue Sky, like, you know, platform where barely anyone is anyway, with like 2 likes, and then they're like, oh, the Blue Sky people, the leftists, the woke liberal leftists on Blue Sky are trying to start a cancellation campaign because this other VTuber said a slur or whatnot. And actually, like in general, nobody like cared about it, and it just getting like blown out of proportion. And then you look like deeper into it, and it's just like there was this one situation with like a VTuber who had like a commander outfit that people on Blue Sky were saying that that's like the Nazi uniform or whatnot, when it's like inspired by Ezra Lane and so on, like by her old outfit, and then it got like turned into a huge spectacle, and oh, see, this is why you should never like support people on the left, because they're calling everything like Nazi and everything. And you just like look who like started it, and it's just like a Blue Sky post with like 2 likes. And
every time
they did this to me as well. Like I occasionally like I had like tweets where I was raising awareness, or I was like asking a question, and I was like, oh look, Nyara's doing life ruination, and then it turns into like a huge thing. And it's like also like the reason why I have like a bigger platform now, because people like they keep screenshotting my tweets, getting offended over everything that I'm saying, and just blow it way out of proportion. So it's so weird, because like they are basically creating the demon that they're trying to fight.
Yeah, I mean, it's just creating the story. It's just creating content.
Yeah.
Like, people just, like, blow anything up to be like, oh, this is something I can make a video about. This is something that I can talk about.
Exactly.
It's just... Oh, it's just like, that perpetuates itself, because, like, the fucking algorithm loves controversy and loves making people angry, and so people are gonna, like, delve into that. Like, oh, if I make people angry, I'm gonna get clicks.
I'm kind of... Like, obviously, a lot of it comes from Musk taking over Twitter and, like, changing the algorithm. But I'm not entirely sure if, like, the social media landscape was that much better, like, 10 years ago.
Not really. It's just worse now, because I think of, like, the bot presence. Like, it just makes it seem so much worse. Like, I don't know, especially on fucking Twitter. I feel like it goes in, like, phases where sometimes all the transphobe bots like won't be doing anything, but then suddenly, like I'll just post a picture of myself and then instantly like 100 accounts are all like, you're a man, you're an AGP, you're a fucking whatever, you're a pretender. And I'm like, this is so weird. And then you go to click the profile and it's the most bot account you've ever fucking seen. And it's like,
first name, last name, bunch of numbers.
Yeah, a bunch of fucking numbers, first name, last name. And then they like retweet like 2 things about Trump. And then it's like, what?
I posted an image and it's like a fox, like an image of a fox smiling, and I had someone see, this is why you're a man. Like, we can always tell that you're a man, and it's like, this is a fox. Like, come on, what the fuck are you talking about?
And it's like it just does it indiscriminately on like anything.
Yeah.
And I know a while ago I posted a picture with my boyfriend, and it was like I told him he looked like my favorite anime or whatever. It blew up a while ago, a couple months ago, and of course people like flooded it trying to be transphobic. But the thing is, and like when it comes to like T for T relationships of like trans women with trans men, transphobes can never get it right.
Yeah.
Because all of the comments were like, "Oh, you're both men," or "Oh, you're both women," and it's like, okay.
They don't know.
Good try.
They don't know if they're like, trying to be like transphobic or homophobic.
Yeah, they literally like can't make up their minds. They're just like throwing shit out there. And it's also like the J Schlatt picture of when people are like, like 4 years on T or whatever. It's a picture of J Schlatt, and everyone's like, you'll never be a man.
Every year.
You're making it up, dude. You're just saying shit.
Today I saw that they were transvestigating Erica Kirk. Because of the jawline and the collarbone.
Yup.
And it's like, it's so interesting. Like a lot of like turf rhetoric is also like, oh, your eyes are male. Oh, you have like male energy. Like anytime when I'm in like, you know, in the replies and I tell someone to like shut up or whatnot, and then I have people be like, see, this is why you're male brain.
Yeah, you male brained like heathen or whatever.
Yeah.
Like I'll post a picture of myself. I remember specifically, I posted this picture of myself, and then I got like 100 comments being like, oh, look at those man shoulders. And the crazy thing, you couldn't even see my shoulders in the picture.
Oh my god.
And so it's like, you're literally just throwing shit out there. And then like, the Erica Kirk shit, every fucking week somebody's transvestigating someone. Like last week it was like Dua Lipa. They were like transvestigating Charlie Kirk after he got like domed.
They transvestigate everybody.
Every week. And it's like, they're just saying shit to say shit.
They transvestigated his son.
They did?
Yeah, they said that like her son is actually a female because of like the female gait or something.
Do I walk clocky? Tell me, am I a clocky walker? It's like that picture of like, oh, it was like the masculine versus like feminine like posture or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is the dumbest shit ever, dude.
Oh my god.
This is so stupid. We're making shit up. Like, it's all like that, like looks maxing stuff.
Yeah.
Where everyone's like, oh, you know, you gotta mew and shit to like get like a canthal tilter. I don't know. I'm saying buzzwords because I don't really fucking pay attention to it. But it's like so close to eugenics. It's a little concerning.
Oh yeah. There's like a lot of like people treat like men and women as like different species.
They
do. That there's like
a
no overlap. Like they always compare it to like, yeah, but like a cat, it will never be a dog. And it's like you compare like men and women to cats and dogs. Like what the fuck? That's crazy.
Yeah, and they'll always pull out like that like diagram of skeletons and everything's just like drastically like unproportional.
Yeah.
They're like, oh yeah, all men have a giant fucking rib cage and all women have giant fucking boobs and hips. And it's like, you'll never be a man. You'll get buried a man or whatever. And you know, when archaeologists find your fucking remains, they'll know you're a man or whatever. Yeah. And also, they don't know what the fuck they're talking about. Like, I don't think they've ever taken any anthropology classes or anything, But they like look at the skeleton, they're like, oh cool, a skeleton. And then they're like, okay, let's view everything else about how they were buried.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Like how, like what was buried with them? Who were they buried with and around? Like, how did they die? Like, how were they treated? And it's like, they don't just look at the fucking skeleton.
What is that measure device called where you can see like the angles? What is that thing called?
Oh.
So you can like,
protractor?
yeah, so you can measure like the hip bone or like pelvic angle in order to determine protractor. Yeah, exactly. And it's like,
yeah.
Well, I mean, you know, even if you have like a quote-unquote female angle, that doesn't mean that actually you're female, because you know there are 4 types and not just 2.
Yeah, and it's also just like ignoring body types like entirely. Like just like people are just fucking built different. Like I don't know, it really is just like treating people like they're a different fucking species.
Yeah.
Like the way that like men and women are, they're like, oh, like even, I don't know, when you get into like the arguments of like socialization, you know, when people are like, oh, I was like socialized male or socialized female. It's like, you know, that also doesn't even fucking work. Because everybody is socialized like differently. And everyone reacts to their environments differently. So it's like every fucking argument that they come up with, it's like such like a it depends.
Yeah, I think that like for me, like growing up, obviously like I had severe gender dysphoria, and I didn't want to like I isolated myself because I didn't want to have like any experiences as, you know, a male, because it just felt like it made me like incredibly uncomfortable. And at some point, I didn't really befriend girls anymore because people treated these relationships like kind of weirdly, where it was like, oh, are you two dating? And it's like, you're talking about like 12-year-old kids. Like, calm down.
Yeah. It's just like weird heteronormativity of like, they'll like force, like they're always the ones to be like, oh, don't force your sexuality on us. And then they're the ones actively enforcing sexuality on kids.
Yeah. It's like even when it comes to like gender ideology, it's also like, oh yeah, the girl needs to do ballet and like unicorns, and the boy needs to like football.
Yeah. And like, I work with kids right now, and so I try to like push against that. Like, I have a very like football oriented guy dude who like likes hanging out with me, and I'm like, you know what, dude? I see how much you like doing backflips. You should do gymnastics. And he was like, oh, like that's like a girl thing. Like that's what my sister does. I'm like, dude, they're doing backflips. Are backflips for girls? And he's like, no. I'm like, then go do some fucking backflips. Like you'll do front flips and backflips. And he's like, damn, yeah, I want to do gymnastics now. And I'm like, there we go. That's one. That's at least one.
Yeah.
But it's also just so fucking boring. And like what you were saying, like the weird like forcing onto like kids. Like as a kid, I pretty much only was friends with women. Like being around guys, I was like, I don't get you. And I'm like, I don't like how we interact. And so I only really had friends with women. And you know, I'd want to have sleepovers with my fucking friends. And like in elementary school, like for a while, it was fine. But then the second you get to like middle school, everyone's like, no, you're just going to have sex. And I'm like, what the fuck? I just want to hang out with my friend. What are we talking about?
There's this,
I don't know.
I made this joke tweet, and I remember that's actually like a South Park episode where it's like, Butters pretending to be a girl in order to get invited to the girl's sleepover to steal like the device, the magical fortune-telling device or whatnot. And it's like, we're so close to having TERFs be like, trans girls just want to be invited to girls' sleepovers so they can like spy and be predatory towards the real girls. Which is like, it's crazy, but like with the girl guiding situation and whatnot, that's like how they talk. So
yeah, I mean, isn't the I think I saw somewhere that all like the UK stuff, like the girl guiding thing, and like the National like Women's Association also banned trans women as well. But I saw that they were because of direct donations from J.K. Rowling. Like she is
Yeah.
the one actively like funding
Oh,
this,
yeah.
and it's all like kind of her.
Yeah, like she funded the UK Supreme Court ruling to declare that a woman only like refers to biological women. And there was like no opposition. It was like incredibly rigged. It's just, you know, anti-trans hate campaigns, and it's like funded by J.K. Rowling.
Like I want to say like how is that even legal? But then I remember capitalism.
Yeah,
that's just allowed. That's just allowed. That's how
money.
it works.
Just money.
Yup. Fun. But
Elon Musk of the UK, basically. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I know that I saw it this morning on Twitter, but Elon's like doing some weird shit with VGen, just like using her for clout or something.
He's talking about the evil poke mind virus again. Yeah.
Yeah, it's because he got cucked by a T-girl. Like, that's why he hates him so much.
Yeah. I mean, that was like Grimes leaving him for a trans woman, right?
Mm-hmm.
Didn't he also like set his likes, like Twitter's likes private because he got caught what he's liking on Twitter? And there's a lot of like trans like sex workers.
Yep. Isn't that something?
Many such cases.
Many such cases. Like the one time he like streamed like Path of Exile or something where everyone was like, "You're gonna die alone. You have no friends." He was listening. He was listening to his ex's music while he did it. Like I'm like, dude, you are so fucked up, dude. This is nuts.
Yeah. Oh god. That's why he has like Grok AI waifu now.
Is that actually, dude? I can't. Dude, this AI shit, and on Twitter I've been seeing this where people will use Grok to like try to like edit makeup off of trans women.
Oh yeah, and it's just like an entirely different face.
Yeah, and it's like people try it and they're like, edit all the makeup off this person, and it makes them look completely different. They're like, ha, see? And it's like, dude, she wasn't even wearing makeup.
Yeah.
Like,
that's
the
so
funny
many
thing
instances.
too. Like these guys who are like transphobic, they don't even know what they're talking about. Like they're always like, oh, like when I post a picture of like before or after, like, oh, all you did was makeup. That's all it is. Like the only makeup I use is this shitty eyeliner. Everything else is just like estrogen and skincare, but they think that this is all makeup because they don't know what the fuck they're talking about.
It is crazy how like body fat redistribution changed the shape of my face. I made it like so much like softer and less harsh. And it's just wild because I get when I look at like images from like 10 years ago and whatnot, I just look completely different. But I feel like a completely different person. I'm like very disconnected from like my past.
I mean, that's kind of like a way of like coping, you know. At least that's how I see it for me. Like before transitioning, I felt like I was like dissociating the whole time.
Yeah.
And so like thinking back to like before I transitioned, it's just like it felt like a dream, you know, like I wasn't really alive.
Yeah.
And it was just kind of weird.
Yeah, that's kind of like why I think that like trans people regret like not transitioning sooner. It's just because you lose so much of like your childhood, your teenage years, your young adulthood. And you're just like so disconnected. Like recently I reconnected with some friends that I had like before transitioning, and it's crazy like how different I'm basically now, like how much happened in like the past like 5 years. And for them it's just like not that big of like a change, but like because of transitioning and whatnot, going through second puberty, having like surgery, legal name change and whatnot. There's so many things that just like happen that like cis people do not have to like worry about.
Yeah, it's people don't really understand what goes into it, like I've even had people be like, yeah, all trans women get like boob jobs, like that's why they all have boobs. Like
Yeah.
they don't even understand like no, you can do that, but you do grow them. You know, like they don't know what HRT even does, and that's the crazy part. And then they also think it does more than it does. Like, you know, everyone's always like, oh, estrogen doesn't make your voice higher.
Oh
It's
my
like,
god. Yeah, I get this a lot. I started creating content before transitioning, before doing voice training and whatnot. And I constantly had comments. If you're trans, why do you sound like that? Oh, you just need to up your estrogen dosage in order to like sound like a woman. And it's just like, that's not how it works. Like testosterone affects your voice. Estrogen doesn't reverse that damage.
Estrogen doesn't fucking do anything to your voice. You gotta do that all yourself. But also unfair. That's one thing that T-boys have that I'm like, you know what? That's not fair. That's not fair. I wish I had that. Yeah. But it's also like with the effects of HRT, like transphobes not understanding it. There was this one comment that I think about all the time, but it was like, oh, you like, oh fuck, what was it? I'm trying to remember how it was phrased, but it was like, you know, HRT just does nothing to you, right? Like all it is you know, changing your body fat redistribution, giving you boobs, giving you mental changes, and like softening your skin. And I was like, yes, that is what it does. Like,
yeah,
those are the effects. I think everyone is well aware about what it does. That's why people take it.
Yeah,
but
it
also
makes you so much younger. Like you look so much younger.
It's crazy. Like you'll see like before and after, and you'll be like, oh, that's like a 35, 40-year-old dude. And then you'll see like 3 years in estrogen, and you're like, oh, she's like 20.
Yeah.
Like that's crazy.
Yeah, it's wild.
And it does so much. And then also like, I don't know, I feel like a lot of trans women specifically put a lot of effort into their appearance. All trans people in general put a shit ton of effort into their appearance. Yeah. And a lot of people only equate it to HRT. Especially a lot of early transitioning trans people will equate a lot of people's hard work as the effects of HRT.
Or surgeries.
Like, yeah, like they'll see someone with like 15 rounds of laser or FFS in a boob job, and then they'll be like, oh, why don't I have that? I've been on estrogen for like 2 months. And it's difficult to like convey that like estrogen will do that, but they had a lot of fucking help from other shit.
Yeah.
And it's also like, you know, figuring out skincare, hair care, learning makeup, voice training, laser hair removal, like styling your shit. Like there are so many things that go into the act of transitioning that act like silently, and people expect the medication to do everything.
Yeah.
And I don't know, it's weird, but I understand why they think it, because I was also in that place, like thinking about that.
Yeah, like, me too. Like when I started transitioning, I was like, okay, I'm tall. I'm not like a quote unquote guy failure. I'm not, you know, already before transitioning looking like a girl or something like that. Something that like the 4gen trans people would use a lot. Like I didn't fail as a male or whatnot. And it was like, okay, like in real life I will never pass, so I need to do voice training in order to like at least online be you know, perceived as a woman. But I can tell you, it is like, for me it was easier to pass in, you know, in person than like online using voice.
Yeah, there's so many different standards online, I think, especially because the internet is so like clickbaity and like commoditized, of like everything is in extremes. Yeah. Like even body types in general are extremes. Like a lot of like, you know, the famous trans women and like their body types, like everyone's like, oh, I want to look like her, I want to look like her. It's always like the reason that she's crazy popular is because she has a very accentuated body type that meets these like very hyper expectations that people have for themselves. And then people get these unrealistic body expectations. But then in real life, you're like, oh, everybody just kind of looks like how they do, and everybody's really different.
Yeah.
And so in real life, you have so much more leniency. Like,
Yeah, exactly.
even like going to like the airport or like Walmart, you're like, wow, there's literally so many different types of people out there.
Which is always so funny when like transphobes post these images to be like, oh, this is you pretending to be like an anime girl online, and this is you in real life, and it's like it's just a woman. Like if you go outside, you're going to find a bunch of cis women who look like that.
Yeah, it's so like I think it's just like fucking porn brain. Like it's just so many people have these unrealistic expectations for what women are supposed to look like.
It's not even like the unrealistic expectations for like, you know, real women, but for like the Guna AI slop that they are producing of like random characters to be like, oh, I made her beautiful, and it's just like turning a normal looking
triple
woman.
D cups.
Yeah. Yeah, it's so weird. It's so weird.
I posted a tweet a little bit ago, the one that you sent me, but it was kind of using like the examples of like people getting people like transvestigating like Charlie and Erica Kirk, and then also like in Florida, like just tall women who work at Walmart will get fired because people think that they're trans women.
Yeah.
And so like I was asking like, if passing is like the goal, right, to like come off as like cis, but cis people can't make that goal all the time, like what value does that have? And I think what got me, I since deleted the tweet because somebody actually answered my question, but I feel like online, because of these like very accentuated expectations for people's bodies, and then like the fact that people are just like crazy insane about trans people right now, that like I internalized that.
Yeah.
You know, of like, if I don't like pass as a girl to these crazy fucking transphobes, then I don't look like one. Yeah. And I feel like a lot of people fall into that, right? Because you'll post a picture of yourself and then you have 1,000 bots telling you look like a man.
Yeah. I think that like
you go outside, you're a girl.
Yeah, I think that like even for me, like as a VTuber, like when it comes to voice, it's like, oh, so if I, you know, I talk in voice chat, or I have like a video and whatnot, and there's like a new audience being brought in, to have people who are transphobic to hear my voice and just think of like a woman, and that is like the bar. Like to have bigots basically like decide if you are quote unquote passing enough, because like if they you know, perceive you, they first hear you, and they don't know that you're trans, and they perceive you as a woman, then you basically met your goal. And you also, I think like in real life and whatnot, I always have like this subconscious like thought inside of me being like, oh, every interaction that I have with others is like somebody who's neutral when it comes to trans people. And they just like literally looked at me, and something made them think that like, oh, I'm a man. So what do I need to change? Like, what is it about me to change like this neutral person when you don't know if that is like actually like a neutral person?
Yeah. Yeah, I think kind of around that idea that I realized was that like most people, when they say they want to pass, it's not talking about the crazy transphobes, right?
Yeah.
Like getting that new audience, it's not like transphobes being like, oh, that's a girl. Like most people don't really care about that. I think being a trans person, especially right now, you have pretty fucking thick skin. I think every trans person right now has pretty fucking thick skin or is developing it.
Yeah.
But it's like the average person in passing, I think that's what most people really use to get it. Like, you want people to not think about it. And so that's kind of what I've understood it as like that, like neutral person, right? If you're just like a cashier or something, and they're like, thank you, ma'am. And then you're like, cool. Like, got it.
Exactly.
And so it's like, I don't know. I spend a lot of time online. My job's like online. And so I feel like I'm so used to that crazy fucking hyper obsessed transphobe.
Mm-hmm.
I think my own idea of passing and what people want also got a little skewed in that.
Yeah, I think that
But
like social media in general like skews your perception not just like of you know yourself but also society as like a whole. And it also because of the algorithm it boosts so much, like you get like a flood of like a toxicity, even if you're just like a small, you know, trans creator or whatnot, you have like 100 followers, you still like sometimes things break out of that bubble and you get so much hatred. And it makes you think that like if you go like outside you are also going to get this level of hatred. And most people just don't care. But you know, them not caring, you're still like kind of overthinking, oh, does this stranger perceive me as a woman? Does this stranger perceive me as a man? And it can also make you like incredibly paranoid, something that like I was dealing with.
yeah,
that like kept me from presenting more feminine like in real life as well.
just like the staring.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of like I'm incredibly like inside of my head. So when I started doing like more makeup and whatnot, or dressing more femme, and you're going to like have like, you don't know if people look at you and they're just like, oh, that is like a man in a dress. And if they don't say anything, you know, that's like, it's good. Like, oh, other people are just like minding their business. They don't care. But you still have like this idea, do they not say anything? Like when I go into the women's bathroom, are they not saying anything because they are scared? Because that's like what transphobes are constantly like telling, you know, me as like a trans woman to be like, oh, you don't have like any problems because they're scared that you're going to like hurt them or whatnot. Which is like, obviously not the case.
I mean, like, that shit just kind of sticks with you.
Yeah.
Like, cause like I feel like nobody wants to be like a nuisance or like make someone feel uncomfortable. Like I'd never want that. But then like, you know, that like there's always that fucking tiny doubt.
Yeah.
You know, cuz like seeing where the world's going in terms of like accepting trans people and then like seeing how many people like support it or like don't do anything about it, there's always that doubt like, fuck, are these people just fucking, you know, putting up with me? And like getting rid of that voice is really fucking hard. And I feel like until things get like very, very different and like things get better, I think, at least for me personally, it's always going to kind of be there a little bit.
When I started coming out and I used like she, her pronouns, but I still, you know, didn't have like, it didn't sound like a woman. And it always like felt like, it made me feel guilty when, you know, like the thought of like correcting other people, because like obviously they like hear my voice and they like place me somewhere because that's what they are like learned, like that's what they learned to do from a really young age. And you're basically like, it's this thought of like other people have to put in effort to validate you, so you're kind of like dependent on like the good graces of like other people. And I think that's also like something that's incredibly stressful, to be like, oh, so I need to put like extra effort in to make it as easy as possible for cis people to like place me correctly, so they don't have to like think of me in like a like they don't need to change like their subconscious and whatnot.
Yeah, I mean, so like you did that a lot in your transition.
Yeah, so I didn't correct people because I always felt guilty. And I also always had like this issue, like I obviously grew up with like playing competitively in Overwatch, etc. And when I joined like a new team, or there's like a new group and you have like a mutual friend who's like inviting you, it always felt like you have to basically come out to other people and tell them your pronouns and whatnot, because otherwise you're just going to get misgendered. And I thought like that made me like more uncomfortable than just getting misgendered, like dealing with it and being like, oh, it's my fault. It's my fault that I'm not getting gendered correctly because of like my voice and whatnot. So there's like a lot of like blaming yourself and
Yeah.
kind of absolving like a lot of the ignorance of other people.
Yeah, I mean that kind of like I feel like that does come from a lot of like taking space for yourself and like understanding that like you need to take space for yourself, because especially I mean I resonate with that a lot. Like I played on a professional Dota team for a while, and one of my teammates was like wildly transphobic for a while.
Mm-hmm.
And there was that decision of like, do I speak up? Like, do I do the uncomfortable thing and talk about it?
Yeah.
Or do I just fucking let him just say some uncomfortable shit for a couple hours every week? And thankfully, looking back on it, I did do the thing. I was like calling him out on it, and I was like, listen, I think you're kind of bigoted. I don't want to be in this environment. Like, if you're gonna hold these views, like, I'm just gonna quit. Like this, I don't want to be a part of this.
Yeah.
And that like early transitioning fear of like correcting people is kind of this fear, I believe, of like the desire to like take up space and for people to be intentional about it, because at least for me, there was a lot of shame in transitioning in the beginning.
Oh yeah.
Because like when you don't pass for yourself, right? I think there are two levels of passing, of like for yourself and for other people. When you don't meet any of those, I feel like trying to advocate for yourself gets more difficult, because you're like, fuck, like I just look like I'm just like a dude who's pretending.
Yeah, exactly.
And so it's like showing yourself that like empathy is really fucking hard, because transitioning is really fucking hard.
Yeah.
And it's also like challenging the way that other people view stuff. But yeah, I mean, it fucking sucks, but I do believe to like have a little bit more of like a meaningful transition, it's learning to take up space, right?
Yeah.
Like transitioning for me is an act of becoming more yourself, and a lot of trans people deal with like so much repression. Like you miss out on so much of your life. Like I feel like I never got to be a kid.
Yeah.
And then it's like you finally get the chance to be yourself, but there's that shame. And so it's like one of the things that you have to learn pretty fucking early on is you have to demand the respect that you get. And eventually you will just get it, but you have to ask for it first, which is kind of the hard part.
Yeah, I think that like I still have moments, like obviously I do have like dysphoric moments a lot, and like imposter syndrome, but like especially like in the beginning, I always had like this, oh, am I just like in a phase? Am I basically like the I consumed like a lot of like this anti-SJW nonsense on YouTube and so on, and it's like, am I being perceived as like someone who is like forcing themselves into other people and making other people uncomfortable with like the way that I am, just because I'm like trans and I do better? Like obviously I do better when other people gender me correctly, but I get the happiest when I do not need to like tell someone that I'm trans and I go by these pronouns and I'm still getting gendered correctly, because then it just like feels natural. Oh, this other person like sees me as a woman, instead of like, oh, this other person is like just being respectful, just humoring me, and like I need to like demand for it. So there was always like this weird feeling of like, oh, I go into a room, I go into a new space, and I make other people uncomfortable because I want them to perceive me in a way that they don't perceive me.
That makes sense. It from that though, it does kind of sound like the act of like advocating for yourself is like a negative thing.
Yeah.
You know?
Exactly.
And it's like, yeah, like this is like kind of the same argument of like when people talk about relationships, like, oh, if he wanted to, he would, you know, like that whole thing. But so it's kind of like the same argument there of most people, like some people just like don't know, you know, and just because you may have to like correct someone or like tell them your pronouns or even like come out to them, it doesn't mean you're like forcing them. You know, like with those with those owned SJW videos, like I also watched those as a kid. You know, I resonate with that. And like you're like, oh, I don't want to be like the red-haired girl. I don't want to be like her.
No,
but
I'm
then
the
it's
redhead
like,
girl.
yeah, but it's like you're really thinking like going back on those videos. You look at the stuff that they're saying and like advocating for, and you're like, oh shit, they're correct. They're like kind of right.
Yeah, exactly.
But they're just like, it's just like a woman with blue hair yelling. Yeah, like she's just annoying. And like,
just annoying.
It's not like what you're saying, it's how you're saying it.
Yeah.
And so like, if you're like really annoying about your gender and whatever, yeah, people aren't gonna like it. Like, you know, especially with cis people, in my experience, like they're gonna fuck up sometimes. Like if they don't know trans people or any queer people, like their brains just, you know, not really fucking there for that.
Anyone transphobic who is misgendering you accidentally one single time.
And it's like, you know, you can get people to like respect you and understand you by just setting boundaries, right? Like if you tell someone and then, you know, they fuck it up a couple times, don't just like bow your head and be like, oh, I'm just gonna like let them be transphobic because I don't want to be annoying.
So I kind of had this with my dad. I'm kind of reconnecting with my dad again, but like at the start of my transitioning, like I was underdosed, I was struggling, and I was gaining weight, I was miserable, depressed, and so on. And at some point, I went no contact for like a year. And I had bottom surgery and whatnot. I lost a bunch of weight, and I had my legal name changed and so on. But like initially, like he was never like, nothing changed when I came out. He was also like, oh, I didn't really take it seriously back then, because obviously not a lot of things changed in me being perceived more as a woman. But now that you know, we are reconnecting, and I'm presenting more femme, and I'm being perceived as more femme. Like he's using my new name and gendering me correctly more often. Like obviously it does fuck up every now and then, but it's just like it's a habit. But like when I went to Christmas, like for the first meet up with him again after going no contact for such a long time, like the first pronoun that I heard was she, and I was like, oh shit, I didn't expect that. Holy shit. I expected to just get like misgendered nonstop. And I think there's a lot of, when it comes to parents, when it comes to friends, just like eventually if your appearance changes and like it matches more your gender identity, people will have like an easier time. I think, because they just don't think about it like as much. They don't perceive your gender identity. They don't perceive who you are inside. They just look at your outside and judge you based on that. Put you in a category based on that. And
yeah, I mean, it's a lot of category putting in for a lot of people just on how you look.
And obviously, like it sucks when people can't like show the basic human decency of like just respecting you instead of like your body. But yeah, a lot of people will just like change if you're changing, if your appearance changes. Obviously there are some people who will still insist that you'll always be a man, which sucks, but I think the majority of people
those are like the same people who like call like Hunter Schafer a man, you know?
Yeah.
It's like, dude, dumb shit.
Yeah. Oh my god, there was like the whole thing with like the Zelda movie. And like she would be perfect as Zelda, and everybody, yeah, but like Zelda is a woman, not a man.
A woman, yeah. Yeah, and it's like, I mean, that kind of goes back into the whole passing thing, you know, like people's whole just like gut reaction to you. And it's funny because a lot of transphobes will always try to do the argument of like, oh, do you think womanhood is just like makeup, long hair, and clothes? And it's like, it'd be funny, that's all you really need for people to consider you a woman.
Yeah.
Like, if you look at like, oh, what the fuck is his name? Vlad or whatever, that like Russian guy who like dresses up as like a girl.
Yeah.
Like, he'll go like out on the street and just like, with some long hair, makeup, and clothes, and people will just be like, treat him like a girl.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, most people have very, very stereotypical views of what it means to be a man or a woman.
Yeah.
And it's like, you look deeper, and it's like, of course, there's like way more to it than that. But most people aren't gonna fucking think about it.
There's always this argument that I get from like transphobes to be like, oh yeah, but like if gender identity is, or like if gender is just a construct, why do you need to change your gender expression to match the binary? You're the ones upholding the gender stereotypes. And it's like, well, it makes it easier to get gendered correctly if you fulfill like these boxes. It would be amazing if you didn't need to fulfill these boxes and get like treated the way that matches your gender identity. Yeah. Or like if people wouldn't treat people differently based on their gender. That would also be helpful if these boxes didn't exist, and there wouldn't be like the classification.
Yeah, you participate in society, and yet you critique it. I am very smart.
Yeah.
like yes, in an ideal world, none of this fucking matters. But we are not in that ideal world, and it does kind of matter.
Exactly. That's kind of like this, like, oh, if you can be a woman, why do you need HRT? And it's like, it helps. it helps.
Yeah, it helps a lot, actually.
Yeah. And also,
like, there are trans people who don't do hormones, and it's like, yeah, that's a thing. Although, like, I want it to be a little bit easier for me. I don't think I'm cut out for that.
The thing is, like,
I'm doing the medicine.
I believe that even if gender is just like, you know, a construct that could be eliminated completely and people wouldn't have like these boxes, I still believe that trans people would exist and people would go on like, you know, hormones or have like surgeries and whatnot, because there could still be dysphoria. Like for me, for example, like I had bottom dysphoria, so. And that is like, it wouldn't matter how people would perceive me, I would still have that dysphoria with that body part.
Yeah, like, that internalized shit kind of just sticks with you no matter what. Like, you can pass for fucking everybody, but like to yourself, it's like, ooh, you know? Like, I mean, I'm getting FFS. Like, I have my consult on fucking Monday, and people tell me all the time, like, "Oh, you don't need it. Like, I thought you were a girl already. Like, you don't need it. Like, come on, it's fine. Don't get FFS. Don't do it." And it's like, I'm not doing that for other people.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, I'm doing that for me. I think a lot of people get that confused.
Yeah, I think that that's also like when it comes to, for me, with like voice training, anytime I talk about like voice dysphoria, and it's like, I have a mom that sounds like you, or I know cis women that have a deeper voice than you, and it's like, yeah, but like, even though my perception of my voice is influenced by how others perceive me and how others view me, it is still something for me, because like I have to edit my videos and I have to listen to my voice the entire time.
Yep. Yeah, like the voice stuff, it never really bothers me that much until like, you know, like, I mean, I think I'm at a point where like I watch back my videos and like I'm fine. Like I think I hear myself enough where I know what I sound like.
Yeah.
And I'm always like, I don't care. You know, like in real life, I'm like, I don't care. I'm just a girl with a deep voice. I'm just like a bruh girl. Like, it's whatever. And then I'll like talk to a T girl who like has done the voice training. And I'm just like,
goddamn.
Damn. Like that could fuck. I'm like, damn, that's what I could do if I just fucking put my mind to it, huh? Like shit. And then I'm like, damn, now I hate my voice. But then like a day later, I'm like, you know what? No, my voice is fine. So as long as I stay away from trans women who like actually do the voice training, I'm fine.
Yeah, for me, it's like frustrating because like I invested a lot in voice training and I haven't had this moment where it like clicked. And I don't know like what I need to do. It's also like an accent thing, obviously, but like it's just crazy. Like I did have like professional help, and I had I guess like 2 years of professional voice lessons, and I made a lot of progress, but I'm like, it's so difficult to get where I want to go, and I don't know what I need to do in order to get where I want to go. Yeah,
I mean, I know there's like the vocal fucking surgery thing. Would you?
Oh, the vocal surgery.
Would you ever? Yeah. No, would you ever like consider that?
Because it's like the thing is like everything that it changes, or like the only thing that it changes is pitch, because it stretches your vocal folds, or like your vocal cords. So, and you can train pitch. It's also not like the biggest aspect when it comes to voice training. Like there's obviously cadence and resonance and all of these things. So you need voice training before and after you have the surgery. It's not like an instant thing. It just changes your starting point when it comes to pitch.
Huh. Weird.
And I think that it's like really scary to have like a surgery on your vocal cords.
Yes, yeah, that's my main thing. Especially when people get like the tracheal shave or whatever, like for like the Adam's apple. I'm like, dude, I don't want to do shit to my fucking neck.
Yeah,
like, that's how everything gets to everything else. I'm fine.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, even thinking about FFS, I get fucking terrified. I get so scared thinking about it.
Yeah, do you know what you want to get when it comes to FFS?
I think it's a lot of like bone shit, and that I'm kind of excited. I want to see if I can keep some bones, but like I think it's some shit with like my like jaw and like forehead and like my brows or whatever.
Okay.
But sometimes I've heard that you can get I'm like thinking about it. You can get like doctors to like take a picture of your face after they take it off, and I'm like. Like some girls, like they have it. They're like, cause like they cut like all around here, and they just peel your fucking face off, so they can like do this stuff, and it's so scary. And you can ask them to take a picture. You can be like, can you take a picture of like my face after you fucking peel it off? And I'm like, no, I don't want that.
No,
I never want to see that. Actually,
God. Then
like looking at like. I've been looking at like recovery photos for like my surgeon.
Yeah.
Luckily, everyone's like fantastic results. So I'm like, thank God. But like, you know, like the stitches, it's like they just stitch your fucking skin back to your face.
Oh my God.
And I'm like, dude, this is terrifying. What the fuck? Oh.
When I had my bandage removed for bottom surgery, I was so scared to look. You know, you had like clamps in there to like hold the skin, and it's like infected and shit. Like it's swollen as fuck. Like no, I didn't want to.
Oh my God.
Didn't want to deal with that.
Like part of me is like, I don't want to see my face for at least like a week and a half.
Yeah.
Because I know I'm gonna wake up like being like, oh God, I got fucking shit in my fucking face again. Like,
oh my God.
I don't know. Part of me like, I have like my friends who are like gonna help take care of me, because like you do need like people to like sign off to be like, I will take care of you, because it's like super invasive surgery. And I'm just like, can you just put like a bag over my head? Like I don't want you to see me. Like especially my boyfriend. Yeah, like my boyfriend, I'm like, please, I don't want you to see me like all fucked up. Like I feel like you're gonna look at me differently. But he's like, no, like he's like, I'll love you all the same, like gore and all. And I'm like,
no,
oh,
you won't. No, you won't.
I'm like, no, you won't. You're gonna see like blood dripping out of every fucking orifice and like staples everywhere.
No.
But yeah, I just have to not think about it. I just can't think about it. I can't think about it.
I'm
not thinking about it until I'm about to go under. Then I'm like, oh.
So
I'm scared.
There's something called like the epidural space under your spine, and when I was like in the talk with my doctor who's going to do like the painkiller thingy, they were like talking about the epidural thing, and they were just like describing how there's going to be like a needle and it's going to be inserted in this. Like I almost passed out. I was like, I need to lay down. And my doctor was like, well, I don't have to tell you this if you just want to skip it. But yeah, like the moment I was actually like kind of calm, like afterwards, like obviously I was like really nervous leading up to it. But when I was like being rolled into the area, I was just shaking, I was shivering, I was freaking out. I was struggling. I was struggling a lot.
Even for the fucking console, I'm fucking terrified. Like, yeah, like I think it's like it might be a quick turnaround of like from console to surgery. It's like 3 or 4 months.
Yeah,
and that might be a lot to like think about. But fuck, even just going to the place to like telling him what I want, I'm like, dude, I'm gonna fucking piss my pants. Like I'm gonna be in his office like shivering like a fucking dog or something. Like I'm so scared because it's also like kind of vulnerable, you know?
Oh yeah.
To tell someone like this is everything I always fucking hated about myself.
Yeah.
Like I don't know.
Yeah. When I had my legal name change and my gender marker change, like in Germany before, like we have like the self-ID law for now, but like before it was like some 80s law where you basically need to go to court and they're going to give you like 2 psychologists that have like an evaluation, and you need to like independently tell them literally everything about your life and so on in order to get approved for it, making it as difficult as possible, obviously. And so I did this. The whole process also cost me like 2,000 euros, which is crazy.
Wow.
And it took like half a year, maybe longer, but I had to lay out everything. I needed to go like back into my childhood, like early signs of me being trans. Needed to tell them about like when my sibling got married or something like that. Like all of these things, like they needed to know literally everything. And I have like big like envelopes with like their evaluation. And it was like at the moment I was already on HRT, and I'm like, what is the point? Why do I have to like talk about like all of these things? Because I get like my name changed. Like goddamn.
Jesus. I lucked out so hard that my parents gave me like an okay name. Like a lot of people think I chose my name just because I'm trans, which is like understandable.
Yeah.
You see a trans woman named Sabre and you're like, oh.
It's like,
she chose that shit. And it's like, no, I've always been Sabre. And people are like, no, you weren't. And then I have to pull out a picture of me as like a kid with like my name on a t-shirt or something. And they're like, what?
Honestly, like it feels like some non-binary type of name that you would like give yourself if you come out as non-binary.
Yeah, like, people used to make jokes about it. Like in like college and whatnot, like they'd be like, "What's your name?" Like Sabre, and then they're all like, "Wow, that's like a cool name." But then when I started like transitioning, they're like, "What's your name?" Like Sabre, and they're like,
"Yeah."
So like, what's your like government name? And I'm like, Sabre. They're like, "Really?" And I'm like, "Yes, it's always been."
I feel like it's
like, oh my god.
It's like on a similar level as like Raven or something.
Yeah, I mean, my brother as well has a fucking non-binary ass name too, but he's Caspian. So there's always Sabre and Caspian, just 2 fucking
Oh.
2 wild ass fucking names.
Yeah.
So everywhere we went, it was like, those are your names? And we were like, yeah. Like it was just so normal for us, and everyone's like, yeah, like, are your parents okay? And it's like, yes, they're just nerds, dude. They're just fucking nerds. Like, I was named after a lightsaber. That's where my name comes from.
Oh my god.
Because, like, you know, everyone has, like, that, like, almost name that their parents almost gave them. Like, my almost name was Anakin. And my mom was like, yeah, I didn't want to name you Anakin because I was afraid that the kids at school would call you Anna. And I was like, that would have helped me figure shit out way sooner. Like, if everyone was calling me Anna, I would be like, wow, I really fucking like this. This is crazy.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I'm a Star Wars baby. Never seen the movies.
Wait, you didn't? God damn it.
No, I did see Rogue One though. That one was good. I liked it. I didn't know much about Star Wars, but it was good.
God damn.
But yeah, fucking, I'm so lucky I didn't have to go through that name change because, like, you know, I've had like roommates, like my past roommates were like trans and they had to get the name changes, and the whole thing was just like, what the fuck?
So I had like a bunch of names that I liked, and I let my community back in the day vote on it.
You're kidding. like first name? Like,
yeah, my first name. Yeah.
What? Wow, that's. Do you like it? Did you like
Oh
what they chose?
Oh yeah.
Okay, good. I was like, wow, that's crazy.
It's kind of funny because like my video name is Nyara and my real life name is Kiara. So it's pretty similar.
Oh, that's pretty close.
And
yeah, that's cute.
Yeah, I had like a list of names, and I was just like, just pick something, help me figure this out.
That's nuts, dude. Yeah, I had to help a T-boy pick his name. It was an honor. I really adored it. But you know, you ask someone named Sabre to help pick a name, and you're not gonna get any fucking normal names.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I was giving him like the Kai and like Phoenix, you know, Shadow, like just some fuck ass fucking names. And then he made his dead name into like the guy version, and I was like,
boring.
Whatever.
Why did he even ask me for help?
Yeah, like, you don't want to be named fucking like Phoenix or like fucking Terraformer or whatever. Like, come on, pick a fucking cool name.
Yeah.
But I went to a trans bar yesterday, and it was like trans night, and I met this person, and their middle name was Danger is my middle name. That was their middle name. So like, they're like, my middle name is Danger is my middle name. And I was like, what? And they're like, yeah, my middle name is Danger is my middle name. And I'm like, am I having a stroke? Am I hearing you correctly? They pull out their ID, and it was like, whatever, Danger is my middle name, whatever. And I was like, you're really? Like, I'd never seen a name on like an ID go like 2 lines.
That's
and like
crazy.
everything was like kind of like, everything was like formatted weird because I don't think anyone ever had to account for like 2 lines of a name.
Yeah.
And I was just like,
that's crazy.
Like, what? Yeah, and they're like, yeah, then my partner's middle name is just Danger, and we married each other so they could get my HRT on my health insurance. And I was like, you're the coolest person I ever fucking met, dude.
Goddamn.
I was like, your middle name is Danger is my middle name, and then your partner's middle name is just Danger. And so, weird fucking name shit. I love it. I love it.
Oh my god.
My video that I made about T-boys recently, I made like an offhanded joke of like, there's probably a T-boy out there named Prince Charming. Like, that's probably somebody's name. And I've gotten a couple people being like, hey, can I actually do that? Like, I know you said that as a joke, but like, can I do that? And I'm like, yes, you can literally name yourself Prince Charming. And I think if you ever meet an actual Prince Charming, you're welcome. You're welcome. But yeah, I did think a lot of people do ask if I thought about changing my name, because, you know, I like haven't changed my name, and if I wanted to go the boring trans person, not boring trans person, boring name route, I think it'd be Savannah. And so I stand by that. Spiritually, if I was never Sabre, I'm Savannah. That's what I've come to.
Sav for sure.
Sav? Yeah. It's close to Sab, which is already short for me.
Yeah.
Kind of. I mean, my name's 2 syllables. You can't really get any shorter. But yeah, this is a little bit related, but I feel like when you get into like the weird like fuckery of trans people, like with these like the names and stuff, right? Like people who kind of like defy the societal expectations of what things should be. Yeah. And whether that's like a name or like presentation, you know, like people like get the split tongue and stuff. Oh, yeah. And you get to more radical forms of like self-expression.
Yeah.
I feel like there is a really big cut with a lot of trans people of like there's like a big sect that is like, I just want to be a girl. Or, like, I just want to be a guy. Like, I just want to be like a cis whatever. And then there's this sect of trans people who are like, I absolve the entire concept of the idea of like gender and performance, and they perform something entirely new.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like people who get like the cool fucking names like Danger's my middle name, or people who just fuck around with their presentation. And this also comes into terms with sexuality. Specifically the concept of queer, just like as a label. And I feel like a lot of the times when I talk about like identity and people's like preferences and how they identify and like what it means to be a certain gender, I do think I align more accurately with the gender fuckery side of things. And I get actual like hatred and malice for even like entertaining these ideas, which I've always found really weird. How in a community where you are like trying to break free of the concept of gender, you have people who take it to an extreme, and then people who deny the concept entirely. Like they like follow the concept. I don't know.
I mean,
always thought that was interesting.
I think that's also like the same people who deny like agender and like gender fluid and non-binary identities, and they're like, no, your sex is linked to your gender. And if you want to be this gender, you have to change your sex. You gotta adapt as much as possible, and you shouldn't stand out at all. And it's like,
yeah,
cis people are allowed to express themselves and like stand out and whatnot, but like trans people, they basically just need to like conform to like the ideal patriarchal concept of like gender and like the conservative values. There's also this like trans inclusive form of like misogyny where Christians are going to be like, yeah, okay, trans women are women, but you have to submit to your husband. You have to get married to a man and be subservient to another man.
That shit's always so weird that it like makes its way into trans spaces, you know? And it's like, there's a lot of shit that happens in trans spaces that I'm like, why are we doing this? Like, I feel like we're supposed to like evolve past that.
I think it's because of like, we are such a small minority here, and we are being portrayed as loud. And they're basically pointing the finger at those that are being perceived as loud, that they are the ones that are standing out, to be like, oh, if these people wouldn't exist, wouldn't be so disruptive, then you would have rights, which is obviously not how it works.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like that throwing under the bus thing. And I've found that it does happen with both, like genders of like transitioning, like with trans women and trans men. But I've seen it most like rigid with trans men. This probably might be because I just associate with more trans men in real life, but you know, I'll always get like a stray TikTok that's like how to pass as a trans woman or like how to pass as a trans man. And trans women, you know, it's like the typical like, oh, do makeup, voice train, you know, whatever. And then trans men, it's like so fucking like, it's like, don't be a person, be an asshole, cut off all your hair, don't show any personality, only wear solid colors, like work out. And it's like, with all like the trans man advice, it's always like become less of a human and lose all of your emotion.
I mean, that is just like how the patriarchy views men in general, though. To be like, oh, you can't ask for help because that's for women. You can't show emotions other than anger because that's for women. That's feminine. That's gay. Like, it basically like teaches, especially like young men, to kill a part of themselves, to be like ashamed of like who they are, to be disconnected from who they are, and never actually like get help. And then they are obviously expecting the same thing for trans men who know what it's like to not be quote unquote socialized in this way, not be perceived in this way, but then to like move over to like this side, to this like toxic masculinity. Yeah.
It's so weird how it like just continuously perpetuates itself, you know?
Yeah.
It's like a fucking cancer. Like you can just leave it anywhere and then somehow it'll find its way back.
Is there a trans entertained? Buck Angel? Someone's like, is there a trans entertained? I think Buck Angel would be like someone like that, who considers themselves like a female living as a man, a transsexual man who does a lot of like this like propaganda and whatnot. Who called me a pedo, like, by the way?
He did?
Yeah.
Wow, dude, you got reach. That's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah. Sorry, I interrupted you. Sorry.
No, you're good. But like the thing. Okay. This could just be me not understanding because, you know, I'm a trans woman, so like I don't really resonate with that. But cis men talk about this all the time as well as trans men. But it's the whole like male loneliness epidemic thing, right?
Yeah.
And like first off, it's just a loneliness epidemic. Everyone's fucking alone and isolated right now. But specifically with a lot of the plights that men talk about, and definitely before I transitioned, I also struggled with because of that like expectation, like of that toxic masculinity. Yeah, it's like, oh, I can't show any emotions.
You get bullied for it if you do, if you open up.
Yeah, it's like reinforced by society. Yeah. But men don't want it. They don't want to do it, is the thing, right? Like they want to show their emotions. They complain constantly about not being able to show their emotions. They don't like all of the rules that people set for them.
Anytime I make a tweet like exposing that, I get comments of people being like, "Oh, you just don't want men to be a real man," and it's always like so funny because like on one hand I have people be like, "Oh, but you're a man, why you're shit talking yourself," and then on the other hand you have people be like, you're a female talking about what men need to do and you're the enemy or something like that. It's like, you just wanna complain and you just wanna be miserable and you don't want like to get into like a supportive environment where you can be yourself, because I don't know, maybe you got rejected one time because you were trying and now it like scarred you for life, and you listen to like the manosphere who is telling you that like all women are good for like reproductive purposes, and you need to basically just in order to get women you need to be rich and go to the gym and get ripped and whatnot. And it's like, no, that's not how it works. But like obviously if you constantly get told that in order to be a man, like you have to earn like this label that you're a man, like a boy needs to earn being called a man by being like perceived as masculine and rejecting anything that can be considered like feminine or weak or whatnot, then obviously it's going to make it like incredibly difficult, because you are like, that's something what I experienced too. Like I constantly got referred to as a girl until I came out as one.
Yeah, that's the thing. But they'll always call you a girl until you're like, yeah, I am. And they're like, no, you're not.
You will always like, be a man, actually. Actually, you're the most manly man ever. Like, your voice actually is more masculine than mine. So,
yeah. Yeah. And it's I don't know. I mean, I get it feels good to suffer, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
You're like
everyone knows
familiar
that,
with
like,
it, right? You're like
yeah,
content,
like,
kind of like in your misery.
yeah, you feel very in control of it because you're like, oh, I'm just gonna sit here and feel like shit, and like, it feels so good, you know. As someone who used to be like insanely depressed, like it feels so good to be depressed. Like it sucks.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, dude. It feels so good. Like you're just in bed, crying. Everything fucking sucks. It feels so good.
Yeah,
But
putting
it's like
in effort is like so difficult.
hard.
Like getting yourself out there. Like I can scroll on Twitter and I can like start another fight and I can like get absorbed by it. But like actually doing something like for myself, like going outside and I don't know, eating healthy or whatnot, like that's hard. That's so hard. I don't have enough spoons for it.
But it's like people don't realize that that is literally how you stop being miserable.
Yeah.
Is you just try. I saw this one TikTok like 2 days ago or something, but it was this girl basically saying like there's never going to be a guide out there that tells you everything that you need to do this like thing that you want to do. She was using like playing guitar. Like you're never gonna find a guide for playing guitar that's exactly what you need. It's exactly what you need to know, and it's gonna get you going. And I feel like, especially with trans people, that also applies. Like you're never gonna know what to do. How you get things to change is you just start doing things. And I feel like a lot of people fall into the trap of not doing anything, right? Because it's just so much more easy to not do anything. And like, I don't know, with kind of like the Twitter doomer T-girls especially, I feel like a lot of it is this feeling of being lost and like comfort in their own misery almost, if you've noticed that.
Yeah.
And it's like,
I mean, you're familiar with it, right? Because like if you start something, you put in effort and you don't succeed, then it's like, oh, why do I even bother? It's kind of like, as someone who has like social anxiety and whatnot, when I try to get myself out there and I get like a sense of like rejection, and I'm like, why do I even like try to get myself out of my comfort zone when I know that I'm going to get rejected and it's going to be even more painful, right? And I think that like there's a lot of like escapism when it comes to like, oh yeah, I'm just going to stay miserable and like in my zone because like I'm familiar with it, and try to find like a thing to like distract myself with, which I believe is like why there's so much infighting like within the trans community as well. Is that like, especially online, you constantly see people dunking on other trans creators who they're probably envious of, and you know, they're like, well, I can't be successful, I can't pass because I don't have like the genetics and I don't have the money to have like the surgeries and so on.
Yeah, like the point that you said about the like envious, I do feel like that's something that isn't really talked about. Like more recently I've been getting a lot of, you know, like the 4chan Twitter girls on my posts, and you know, there will be one in every whatever 100 who will just openly say like, I hate you because I'm envious of you. I had this one girl who's a content creator who had this weird one-sided beef with me of where she would constantly like post shit against me. She'd be like, oh, I fucking hate Sabre, I hate everything that she does, you know, that whole fucking shebang. And it happened for like months, and it was crazy because I'd never talked to her before. Like I've never met her, never talked to her. It's crazy.
There's like, there should be like a word, because like when it comes to like parasocial, people believe that it's like, oh, someone who, you know, is in love with you. But I think there's also like some people who are just like parasocial in the sense of like, oh, they hate that they aren't you, or they aren't like you. And they like dive into this. Like I get a lot of I get a lot from like trans people who are like, oh, yeah, just does things for drama and engagement, and like I'm just like staying in my lane and I'm quiet and whatnot. Why does Nyara have to be so obnoxious and make the trans community look bad? And but like my content helps other people, and it helps me as well to like talk about these things, and I get obviously a lot of like hatred for it, but I think that I'm at this point rather good with like dealing with these things. But like when it comes from like other trans people, it does sting a lot more. It does hurt.
Yeah, because it's like we're supposed to be on the same team.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But like, I mean, like, so you get like a lot of like that like parasocial like hating?
Oh
like,
yeah.
Is it like bad?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I have I recently found out that there's a Discord from like a VTuber who has like a thread dedicated to like stalking my tweets and talking about it and their own little community. And I like, it's like a 30-minute video of like someone just scrolling through all of the tweets, and I paused some, and there were like some people, you know, like I'm trans, I suffered from gender dysphoria to the point of like wanting to end my life, and I still don't want trans kids to exist because, you know, they should wait until they're 18. And as someone who's like very firm in like these things, it's outspoken about these things, I get a lot. Also, I frequently post about like trans rights and so on Twitter, and it just attracts like this form of hatred that gets like the engagement, and it's like, yeah, Nyara just wants drama baiting, just drama. And it's like, yeah, I obviously grow, I make content out of like these situations and whatnot, and there's like a lot of negativity that I highlight just by existing and sharing like my like the DMs that I get, like the harassment in my email and whatnot. But it's like,
yeah, that one was crazy.
I'd rather not be on fire, right? Like there are people setting me on fire, and then they are complaining that I'm screaming for help instead of just like burning to the ground, and it sucks. It sucks.
Yeah, that's tough. Yeah, like at least for me, like with content creation, like I mean, it's like a given you're gonna get a lot of fucking hate. Like the larger reach you get.
Oh yeah.
But like, yeah, some of the shit just fucking sticks with you. Like it's crazy the things that people say. Like I know there's this one subreddit that fucking despises me. It's like the 4chan T-girl subreddit or whatever.
Oh,
but like,
yeah, I know that. They don't like me either.
Yeah, they'll make a couple threads on me every month or so, but like, you know, I'm nosy, so I'll read read the comments.
Yeah,
and because I'm like, ooh, what are they saying?
I feel like as like a trans creator, when you get like to a point where people have like these harassment campaigns and they like organize these things, you kind of get into trying to be like a step ahead and just like knowing things that are like being said in like all of these circles. I recently had like something, obviously I get like dragged in the VTuber like drama type of Reddits and so on. But yeah, in this 4chan Reddit, I think recently I had like a situation where they're still like insisting that I'm like anti-DIY.
They love saying that. You can make a million videos saying that you're pro DIY, and they're like, no, anti-DIY.
Yeah, and a lot is also because I don't think Vince's like the clinic is like a bad thing. And they're just like, oh, it's just a grift, it's just a scam, oh, it's Mrs. Beast or something.
Mrs. Beast.
Yeah, they're calling Finn like Miss Beast and taking advantage of the vulnerable and so when you should just do DIY and it's like it's not a bad thing. It's also not like a substitution for like DIY, obviously.
Yeah, I just don't really know much about like UK healthcare. And so
yeah, it's bad.
I don't really fucking know much about it. Like I do hold that like it is like a generally good thing. Like just the fact that somebody's trying to do something
exactly
is a good thing. I looked it up on my like free time and I was like, that's expensive as fuck.
Yeah, it is expensive. I think the main difference between Anne, which is the healthcare clinic, and something like Gender GP is that Gender GP is like in Singapore and it doesn't have obviously like the benefits as something that is like in the UK where people can like go to and where doctors are more like I guess willing to work with and so on. But obviously like the £200 like sign up fee and then like the monthly fee and like the different things and then you can like pay extra to get like mental health stuff and so on. Like it is a lot of money, but like obviously it is not a substitution to just going on DIY, like figuring everything out on your own.
Yeah, like I saw that they did like yeah, they were like offering therapy and then also doing like blood tests. And like just the blood test thing, I was like, okay, like that's pretty fucking important.
Yeah, and then
I feel like not enough people are getting blood tests.
Yeah,
like, you got to be doing that.
And then you get comments of people being like, oh, you don't even need blood tests or hormones, you can just like mess around with them. Oh, you can just use like this one dosage and you're probably going to be fine. Or the other thing of like, oh, you can just get like the blood work and like try to read everything on your own and like talk to other trans, which is like, yeah, you can obviously do that. Nobody's like stopping you from it. Nobody's like trying to like force you like, but some people, you know, for me, for instance, it would have been more beneficial if I could have gone to like a clinic where there are people who work with trans people instead of like talking with like some random endocrinologist who underdosed me for like a year and gave me like tumor creating type of testosterone blockers.
Oh, was it like Bica?
We have Cyproserone acetone. Yeah, Cypro. I got like the 50 milligrams, and my new endo was like, oh yeah, I should just like reduce that to 20, but like that's way too much. Holy shit. But yeah, it would have been beneficial to just go to a place. When I say like experts, actually people who know like trans healthcare, who are like often also like part of the LGBTQ community and so on. And like I thought it would be like beneficial, and I didn't expect this to be like a hot take, but now I'm being like framed as like some Finn's a dick rider, some grifter. I used to be based and now I'm no longer based, and I'm anti-DIY. These are the things. Damn. Cloud chaser.
Yeah, I mean people just say shit like that, you know? And it's like people, like a lot of the shit people say about my content, they'll like say like, oh, Sabre said this, and then someone will be like, no. They're like, oh, well, I don't watch her content. And I'm like, what are you saying?
Oh my god.
I'm like, they're like, yeah, I hate Sabre because she says this, and then someone's like, no, she hasn't, and then they're like, oh, I don't watch her videos.
Yeah. Even 20 milligrams like sound excessive. Yeah, like he was like, oh, I should like try 20 for like a while, and then I should go to like 10 milligrams.
Oh. Wait, are you on injections?
So there was like the testosterone blocker, but now I had like bottom surgery, so obviously I don't have like testosterone protection.
Oh yeah.
I have injections now. Like it's weird in in Germany, like we have estrogen gel. I know that like in the US you have like testosterone gel, but you don't have like estrogen gel. I used to have gel and I needed to take like too much, and now I have like some injections that I take every 5 days.
Oh, cool.
I had to drive 2 hours to the pharmacy in order to grab them.
2 hours?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Fuck.
It's like a very specific type of pharmacy that apparently like makes the injections, and I'm like, they don't deliver, so I have to drive 2 hours there, then 2 hours back. Like it's just the entire day. Like I drove there yesterday, it was just the entire day just wasted.
Jesus Christ. That's fucking wow. I mean, yeah, I don't think we don't really do gel in the US. For estrogen, it's either like pills, injections, or the patches.
Patches, yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I have some right here. Someone gave me some at the bar last night, so I have like a bunch of patches now.
You have injections now too, right?
Yeah, I just switched to injections.
I know that you. Well. I know that you reluctantly.
Oh God.
Same as anti-injections.
Like, yeah, dude. I'm just like, hey, I have a thing of needles. I don't like injections. I was like, oh.
You get used to it.
You're the worst. You're the worst. And I'm like, what the fuck? Can a girl not be afraid of something? Jesus Christ.
I got used to it. Like I got used to it because like after the hospital, I had to take every single day something for thrombosis, and they were injections. And then I was like, okay, yeah, I'm going to like try the needles, and I do have whimper ASMR now. I don't whimper anymore, but like I have I think like a 3-minute struggle session of me whimpering and being like, oh no, it's so big, no.
Oh God. I mean, I'm no better. When I was doing intramuscular, it was like every time I did it, I'd have a panic. I'd have to have a panic attack before. And then like with all the adrenaline running, then I'm like, okay.
I almost passed out a couple of times. Like I needed to like lay down and so.
Yeah, definitely. When I was intramuscular, just I can't fucking do it. I don't like how it felt. So I'm on subcutaneous right now.
Yeah, me too.
And,
me too.
It's so much easier. It's like I don't know why they start you out intramuscular. It sucks.
They didn't do it for me. Thank God.
They didn't?
No.
God. Like they're like, yeah, you have to inject yourself. Okay? And I'm like, okay, that's fine, I guess. And they're like, okay, here, have a needle that's this big. I was like, what? God. And so like I'll do my boyfriend's tea, and he does intramuscular, and like the needle's so fucking big.
Oh my God.
Like, I have to like hide it from him, and he like can't look at it when I do it, but like pushing it in, it's just like, oh wow, it's still going. Like, oh wow. You know, I feel like the needle's like half as large as his fucking leg, and I'm like, is that going like all the way through? Like that's scary. And like sub-Q's like tiny.
Yeah, you just put it in your belly, and then you're fine.
Yeah, then you're good. And it's like I could have been doing that the whole time. Like really?
And I know that like there are like EpiPen type of things where you don't even see the needle, and it's like a click, and you push it against your body, and it like does that. But apparently like that's really expensive to get.
Oof. Yeah. Well, I don't know. I feel like I'd be so scared of it too. Like, what if you put it in the wrong space and then it just? Oh God, I don't know.
One time I did like a vitamin D like test thingy where you have like a spring that like shoots into your finger and like draws blood and whatnot. And I did that the first time, and I wasn't prepared, and I was so confused. And goddamn. So yeah, I think I would mess up a lot. My first injection actually I did on stream. I did like a full-on video, and I needed my chat to tell me and guide me on like how to do it.
That's so cute though. That's cute.
Oh my God. Like
my God.
I had a vial, and I was really confused because I didn't see the liquid, and I was always like, I'm drawing air. Why am I just drawing air? Is it in now? And it's just empty because the needle was like above the liquid. I thought there was
we
more
all
in
start
there.
somewhere. We all start somewhere. That's okay. Like, doing my I was initially on injections for a little bit and then switched off of them. But I had my friend who was a nurse do them for a little bit, but then he wasn't in town, so I had to do them myself. And so I couldn't do it, so I had to get another friend to do it. And we're like looking up like medical diagrams to like look at like where muscles are. And I was like I was absolutely freaking the fuck out. And then she just like pushes like, I don't know what I'm doing. She just like stabbed it in my leg. And I'm like, I don't know if this is in the right space or not. Like for the first like month or two of doing my own injections, I was like, I don't even know if I'm fucking doing this right.
Yeah.
Like I feel like I'm just like, I feel like I never actually injected it into my muscle. Because whenever it would like touch the muscle, I'm like, ooh, that feels weird.
Initially, I really panicked. I also, a huge thing that I had with the Switch is because I did the gel every single day and it became kind of like a ritual, I felt weird about like my thighs when I didn't do the gel, kind of like withdrawal. Like I always had the urge to like rub my thighs, rub like something on it in order to like ease that scratch that I always had, because it felt weird to not do this every single day.
Oh, that's kind of cute though. Just like rubbing olive oil on your fucking thighs just to like calm down. It's just like, oh, guys, I'm freaking out. I need like an oil or something. It's just like, oh, okay, I'm fine.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
It was so bad. And that took way longer than I'd like to admit to get over this urge to like rub gel on me. It's kind of like it's a ritual. It does become something. It's part of the routine. Like when you do it like every single day and you know with the injections.
When I was on pills, like it felt fine because I have to take pills for like other health shit like every day. So like everyone was always like, oh, like and like the oral tablets suck because it's just like so much to keep track of and it's just so annoying. And I was always like, yeah, not really. Like it's just like I already do that every day and it's just a couple more pills every day.
I mean,
but then switching to injections, it really is fucking annoying.
Yeah.
Like dissolving it under your tongue twice a day, it's fucking annoying. You just get so used to it.
What I always had is like, because of ADHD and whatnot, if I didn't like consciously do something, I don't remember if I actually did it or not. If it's just like muscle memory, you just like do this and you don't realize it. I always had like, oh, did I do my gel? Did I do this? Did I do that? And it's weird that I don't have to do it like every single day with the injections. That is always like every 5 days, and because it's every 5 days, it's not always the same exact day, which is like confusing to me. But like so far, it always kind of works. Sometimes today I only like remembered it on stream.
Okay, well, yeah. I mean, I didn't even know that there was like the injection that was like for 5 days until I think like Liv was doing hers like every 5 days. And so thankfully I'm on a fucking like week basis. So it's like every Sunday I'm like, Sunday injection. If it was every 5 days, I think I'd go fucking insane. Just
like, it's
like when was it? When was it? But
I see it on my phone.
Oh, do you have like an app that just like triggers it like every 5 days?
It's my calendar, my normal calendar event, and I set it up to like remind me every single 5 days.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah. Okay. I have to rush to the bathroom real quick and refill my water. So I will be right back. Give me a minute.
Okay.
You're back.
Have fun. Okay. Oh my god, it looks so funny when you take the fucking headphones off. Hey! I can just talk. What's up? I play Deadlock on my stream, if you guys know what that is. I'm second highest rank in the game. Yeah, I'm not fucking with you. I'm good at video games. Sometimes. Not all the time. It's okay if I'm bad at video games. Okay? I'm pretty. Pretty girls can be bad at video games. But I posted a good TikTok today. Or Instagram if you use Reels. Check it out. It's good. I'd recommend it. Put a lot of effort into it. Talking at my camera. Harder than you think. Harder than you think. If you think it's easy, try it. We need more trans people on the internet talking about things. I mean that. Also, my hair, I uploaded a hair care routine. What? I did. All this. See this? See the color of the hair? You kidding me? I don't fuck around. I don't fuck around with this. This is my shit. I do have to fucking eat food though at some point. I didn't fucking eat before this. I'm hungry. I don't know if you've been hearing my tummy rumbling. My tummy's been fucking rumbling. Yeah. I do have pistachios right by me. That's not really enough though. I need way more than fucking pistachios. Thank you for the follows though. I appreciate this. Trying to think, do I have anything to fucking entertain you with? Ooh. Yeah. Ooh. I'm gonna make an alligator. Ready? Hello. Wait. Wait, hold on. Here we go. I'm an alligator. Look at me. I didn't do anything. Yeah, I'm always like this actually. I have ADHD, that's a thing. But not really. God. Oh, I didn't take my ADHD meds today. It's probably a good thing since I didn't really eat anything. Otherwise, I think I'd be strung the fuck out.
Okay, I'm back.
Well, welcome back. I was just talking about fucking ADHD.
I want to get diagnosed for it, but I'm like, I have too much ADHD to take
do
the
it.
initiative.
Yeah, I think it's always funny too. Like the cure for ADHD is taking a pill every day, and it's like,
What's the water?
That's easy.
What did you do?
That's easy. I did nothing. I did nothing. I just talked about ADHD and my hair. That's it. I do probably have to get going here pretty soon because I gotta fucking eat before I have to supervise a elementary school dance.
Yeah.
I love my job.
I'm glad.
Yeah, working with kids is so fun though. Like, I do get a lot of shit online for it because people are like, trans person.
Predator.
Yeah. But then, the people saying that probably aren't allowed within 50 feet of a fucking school. So like,
yeah. Many such cases.
Also, like, kids these days, kind of gay. They're kind of gay. A lot of kids are really gay. Like I'll teach a new class, and then kids will just be like, Miss Sabre? And I'm like, yeah. They're like, what are your pronouns? And I'm like, you're in 2nd grade. How do you know to ask somebody that? Like, that's crazy.
I feel like children are pretty good, like, even when it comes to, like, explaining non-binary identities and so on, I think.
They get it.
Yeah.
Like,
it's just, they don't have, like, this, like,
kids.
They don't have, like, so much, like, social conditioning and, like, brainwashing in them to be like, oh, no, you'll always be a man, you'll always be a woman.
Yeah. Yeah, like, they're always so fucking accepting, and, like, I teach a couple non-binary kids. Last year I taught this trans girl. She was like in 3rd grade, and like, dude, the kids are gay. Like and then like, a lot of them, the kids these days are really, really woke about sexuality. Like, a lot of these girls were talking, and they're like, yeah, when I grow up, I'm gonna get a big house with my girlfriend. And then I was like, with your girlfriend? And they're like, yeah, I like girls. And I was like, fuck, okay. I haven't been to elementary school in like 15 years. I didn't know that shit was like this anymore. And like some, like, I don't know, like one of my coworkers was like an older woman. It was like, all right, now like boys and girls, like you know, we have to like separate you guys, like, you know, by like gender. And the kids were like, who cares? Like I have boyfriends. I have friends who are girls. Like I like girls. And I'm like,
Yeah.
I was like, dude, you're in fucking 3rd grade. How do you know that? How do you know that? 3rd grade, I was playing fucking Club Penguin, and I'm like, dude, I need to figure out how to fucking do the Kung Fu minigame. I wasn't figuring out my fucking set. I wasn't like, do I like girls or boys? I didn't even fucking care. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Oh
like,
my god.
Like these kids are just gay. They're just gay. And like,
it's the woke
yeah,
mind virus.
It's the woke mind virus. I'm actually the carrier. The second I step into any educational setting,
you just make them gay.
They're like, oh, it's like, oh, queerness.
What are you teaching kids about pronouns? But like, it can be like such a casual thing that you can, you know, during like your he, she, it type of class to be like, yeah, you know, like some people just do not meet like your expectations of like what a he should look like or what a she should look like, and you can ask people instead of like you know, assuming, and it makes things easier.
I did. Usually people just ask, they're like, are you a boy or a girl? And you know, I'm like, I'm a girl, and they're like, cool. I did have one kid one time ask like, are you transgender? And I was like, yes. And instantly, the whole class was like, like, what? And then they were like, so you were like born a boy, but now you're a girl? And I was like, yeah. And they were like, oh. They're like, you can do that? And I was like, yeah, you can do that. And they're like, you know, a couple of the kids were like, wait, so I can be a boy if I want? And I'm like, mm-hmm. And they were just like,
that's so cool.
Like you could see the fucking gears in their head. They're like, wow, this shit raw. I can just be what I want. I'm like, yeah, it's that easy. They're like, that's crazy. It was cool. It was cool. That was a good class. That was a cool class.
That's space.
But yeah, like kids are gay. Kids are gay. Like, although I live in a blue state, so it could just be the liberal thing, you know?
Yeah, the liberal. But yeah, like if you don't. The thing is, like, if you don't teach children to be bigoted and like hateful towards like gay people and transgender people and, you know, people of color and so on, then they are not going to grow up hateful. Like with this, if you don't bully a boy with like, oh, you're like a girl, oh, you're not masculine enough and whatnot. If you don't do that, then they're going to be less likely to like fall for like this misogyny and like harassing other boys who might just do quote unquote girly things. Like it's just
hatred's taught.
Exactly.
It's kind of just that. And it's like, you know, there have been some like subs who I've like monitored who are like, you know, a little old school and whatnot, and like, oh, there was this, it was the class with the trans girl, but you know, she like used a different preferred name than that was on like the official like attendance list or whatever. And so the sub was like reading off the names and like said, you know, like the dead name, and the kids were like, no, that's like not the name that she uses, like it's this. And then the sub was like, I don't do nicknames in here. I only tell people what their names are, and right here it says that this is what his name is. And all the kids were like, what the fuck? And even I was like, oh, this kind of, like, this is, I don't like this. I don't like this at all. And so I had to, like, go up and, like, talk to her about it. I'm like, listen, like, I had to just come up. I'm like, listen, the name hasn't been changed. Just, like, the wrong name. Like, that is, like, her name. And, like, with that, she was like, oh, like, okay, I thought. And I was like, yeah, it's like an error. That actually is her name. This is, like, an old attendance sheet. And she was like, oh, okay. But I was like, what the fuck? Yeah. But like all the kids were like allies. They're like, fuck you. That's not her name.
Yeah.
And so that was a cool fucking moment. But like,
isn't it interesting that like trans kids and so on always exclusively get bullied if they are forced in spaces that don't match their gender identity. Like you had with the, like in school with like the bathrooms and so on. If you force like a trans girl into like the boys' restroom, then they get bullied. If you force like non-binary people into like the restroom that doesn't, you know, feel right to them, then they're going to get bullied and so on. Isn't that interesting? Oh,
yeah, surely it means nothing.
Yeah.
It means nothing.
That might just be like a small little quinky dink. Nothing to think about.
Yeah. Fuck. It is crazy though, seeing, like, it's a weird feeling seeing these kids so young know so much about themselves.
Yeah.
And like you think about it, and you're like, fuck, like if I knew what they knew about me at that age, shit would be so different. Like I probably would have transitioned as like a teenager.
Yeah, me too.
You know?
Me too. I didn't even know that like being trans is like a thing. I always thought that like, oh, I just have like some weird fetish. Oh, I'm just like a femboy. Oh, I'm just and I was just like struggling like with this lack of knowledge and lack of like, I guess like the ability to like put a lot of like my feelings in words, like trying to like, convey that to other people.
Yeah, it was tough. Like I talked about this a little bit with AnimaAo, but like for us the feeling was kind of like almost like a temptation that you couldn't give into.
Yeah,
you know. Like it like thinking about it, you're like, wow, that feels so good, but I'm not allowed to do that.
Yeah,
like I can't do it because if I think about it, I'm gonna like it too much.
Yeah,
right? Like I tried to get into art and like drawing as a kid, but I'm like, I can't draw girls. Like I'm not allowed to draw girls.
I always,
even though that's what I want to draw.
Like when I went into like clothing stores and whatnot, I was always like, yeah, okay, I shouldn't look at like the women's clothing. Like I shouldn't like this. Like even as a kid, I was like, I shouldn't stand around like too much. And you have to go through the women's section in order to go to the men's section. So I was always like, okay, I can't look around when I lost my mom. I need to like laser focus and not stare at anything, because like, well, what if people, you know, what if I like something?
Yeah, what if they get ideas
people,
or whatever?
You know, and for me, like I used to as like a coping mechanism, I used video games, and there's like one game, it's like an anime third-person shooter, free to play, called S4 League. And when I, like initially I was like, okay, I'm going to play the male character and I'm going to like do this. And then I got like a second character slot. I was like, okay, I'm going to make like a female character. And then I was looking at the outfits. I was like, I want to wear that stuff. I want to like, you know, dress up and like experiment. But I always had like this weird shame of like, oh, what if my parents walk into the room and they are going to like see me look at like outfits and whatnot and like dress up my character? What are they going to think? There was a lot of minimizing happening at that time.
Yeah, like I was playing Adventure Quest. It was like a Flash game or whatever. And they added an option where you could change your gender. Like you could change from boy to girl. And I was immediately like, oh yeah, I changed it to a girl. And it felt so good. I was like, I can't do this.
Yeah.
Like my friends are gonna see this. My brother's gonna see this. They're going to ask me about it. I'm going to have to answer questions. I don't want to do that. Changed it back. It was like, it is always around that feeling of shame. It's like, I'm going to, like, I'm not allowed to do this.
Yeah. Like,
and like,
I had that in MMOs a lot as well, where it was always like kind of weird. Like even back then I was like playing Halo, like Halo 3 with like a friend, and you can like change your character. Like it's just your character's voice. It's just like the sounds of like when you get hit or whatnot from male to female. And I had like a friend be like, why do you always do that? And it's like, that's a good question.
You're like,
I don't know. Just I don't know. Just like it more. But like for me, which is like it feels right, but I'm also like kind of ashamed of this. Like, oh, you're role playing, and then you're playing as like a woman, and that's weird because you're a guy and you should just play a guy character. Like I was playing when I was playing S4 League, and I had like a friend, and I preferred it because like people in the lobbies and so on, they saw like a femme character, and they were like, oh, you know, we're going to use she her pronouns and just view that person as like a girl, right? It wasn't this like, oh, you're just a man pretending to be a girl. It's just like, you got girl character, you play girl, you are girl. So and when I played with like friends, and it was always like an awkward situation of like me being referred to as like a girl, and them being like, no, actually that's a boy, actually, you know. And I'm just like sitting there being like, this kind of sucks.
Yeah, you're like, you don't have to correct them.
Yeah. But it's definitely like the shame that like comes from it.
Yeah, like I remember in Minecraft, I was like, I tried to find skins that like kind of looked like a girl, but like,
they're
didn't.
not too obvious, because that is like kind of weird.
Yeah, I would like, it'd be like a girl skin, but then I do, back in the day in Minecraft, this was like the meta for skins, but you do like the bandana around the face, with then like a little like headphones or something on, like long sleeves.
With the hoodie.
Like, yeah, it's, yep, I'm like, it's a guy.
Yeah.
Totally. Like, yep,
yeah.
That's what it is. And then, oh, what fucking Movie Star Planet. I would play the shit out of Movie Star Planet, and that one was kind of where I performed masculinity, is I would just play as a guy, and I'd be like, okay, you know, in this, like, people see me as a guy, and I'm like, it felt like cosplaying, you know? Like trying to perform something. I was like, okay, I'm a guy, so I need to make a guy character. And then, you know, you talk to girls on there, and I was like, this feels like feels like make-believe. Like, I feel like I'm just making this shit up.
Yeah.
And I made a girl character. I made sure nobody was home. I made a girl character, and then like I went in the chat room, and I liked it a lot. Like, I was like, wow. Like, I was like, people are like, you're a girl? I'm like, yeah. Yeah. I was like, yeah, what about it? I like pink and dresses. And then, you know, like guys would be like hitting on me, and I'm just like,
oh my god.
Oh, yeah. I was like, oh, that feels so good. Like, holy shit.
I don't know. It was like so like gender affirming. Like I also, like when I was like, I don't know, 16, 17 and so on, also had like, you know, guys just bought me stuff.
Yeah.
And it's like, god damn, okay. And then, you know, like transphobes would listen to this, and then it's like, yeah, you just want to like exploit men, and that's why you think that you have to be a woman.
Oh god. I mean, you're talking to Mommy Dune game, so like, I get it.
There was a hit tweet. Yeah.
Yeah.
You still like,
dude,
I still see these tweets.
It's so, it's everywhere, and the image quality is getting worse, which is really funny. But
Mommy needs.
Oh fuck! What was it?
Mommy needs the new Dune game. Mommy should get
Mommy
a job.
needs new Dune game. Oh, Mommy seek employment. Hit tweet. But something I noticed was like a lot of like trans women, before they come out or like experiment with their gender like that, they get mistaken for gay men. You know, like their femininity is seen as being gay, and like in high school especially, people, I don't know why, people are always like, yeah, Sabre's bi. And I'm like, I don't talk to any of you. How do you like know this? And like there were like rumors on there, people were like, yeah, Sabre went to this party and like made out with this girl's brother. And I'm like, first of all, me go to a party, I was playing Dota all night. Like, let's be fucking real here. But like, and then in college, I really liked this girl in one of my soil science classes. And so I went over to her place for like a party. and her roommates were like getting dressed, and her roommate came out. She was like, "Okay, what do we think of this outfit?" And like, all of her friends were like, "I don't know." And she's like, "Okay, I'm gonna go change stuff." So she goes change stuff. She comes back and she's like, "What do you think?" And her friends were like, "Oh, like what did you change?" And I was like, "Oh, you changed the belt and your nail colors. And I think they go really well together." And every single person in that room just they're like, "What?" And I'm like, "Yeah, like obviously, like you changed your belt and like your nail colors like match your like the accents." And then everyone was just like, "Right. Yeah." And I was like, "What? Like it's obvious. Like were you guys not paying attention to her at all?" And they were like, "So you're straight?" And I was like, "Yeah." And they're like,
Oh God.
Totally. But like, yeah, like people, they attribute the transness to something else generally. And so it's like, if you have rumors that you may be gay in school, you're probably trans. Or you might just be gay.
Yeah.
Sometimes they know before you do.
When I was in 7th grade, there was like a school trip, and one of the a couple of the girls were like painting the nails of one of the boys, and I was like, I want to do that. And like I saw like a lot of like the reactions that like he was getting, and like a lot of like shit for it, and I was just like, okay, I don't want to be perceived. I don't want to do this. And that was like one of the like my first moments where I was like, I don't think that I can like live like this. Like this shit sucks. And
Yeah.
I think I have like a lot of things where I was like just restricting myself and not doing things. And basically at some point, like I got bullied for having like a high-pitched voice because I got late into puberty, and you know, to the point where I'm like, okay, I'm going to force my voice deeper so people are going to like stop perceiving me in that way. And it just went, like it just made me like so much more numb and like maybe disassociate even further, because I'm like drifting further and further away from where I want to be. And I think that's also like why looking back I have like so much pain when it comes to my teenage years and so on. And
yeah, I mean that shit gets tough.
In school there was like a running gag of just like calling me a girl. Like anytime there was like, oh, we do boys versus girls, people were like looking at me and be like, oh, you should go on the other side to the girls. And I'm always like wondering what would have like happened if I'm like, yep, yeah, just okay.
Yeah, I'm a girl now, guys. Yeah, you guys said it.
Yeah.
That's funny.
I think I'm kind of curious if there's like a high school reunion, if I should go to like a high school reunion, if people would be like, yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Like, yeah, you being trans, yep, that makes sense.
Yeah, like see how many people are like, yeah, I get that.
Yeah.
I was friends with a couple of my high school friends for a while, and they were always like, they never got it. They were like, are you sure? Like you never showed any signs.
Oh.
And it was always like, did you pay attention at all? Like I remember in like 10th grade or something, that's when I started to shave my legs. And everyone was like what? Like I got made fun of in middle school. I got called Bigfoot because I had really, really hairy legs, like really quickly. Like I hit puberty pretty quick. Oh. And suddenly I show up to school with like sparkly fucking clean ass legs, and everyone's like what? Like, and so everyone's like, oh, you're gay because you shave your legs. And I'm like, you're just mad I look good. Yeah. Like, come on. But dude, school fucking sucked as a trans person. Like, couldn't pay me to go back. I mean, well, you technically can't because I guess I'm a teacher now. But, yeah. You know, not to participate like as a student, you couldn't pay me to do that anymore.
Yeah. I think that like when I came out to someone that I knew since like elementary school even, it was like during New Year's, and I was just like, I was kind of drunk. I called her when I was like, yeah, I'm trans. I was like, yep, that makes sense. If somebody like in my friend circle would come out as trans, like it would have been you.
Oh my god. Yeah,
like,
that's kind of how my mom reacted, or my stepmom reacted, but I came out to her and she was like, yeah, makes sense. You talk about your hair a lot.
When I came out to my mom, she was like, no, you're not. Which is
she
kinda,
just denied it?
Yeah, she was like, no, you're not. I would have known. I was like, you don't know anything.
Yeah, like, oh shit, okay.
I mean, to be fair, like initially when it was like, yeah, I'm trans, she was like, oh, you feel like neither. I was like, no, I'm a trans girl. I was like, no, you're not. I would have known. We would have went shopping together or something like stupid stereotypical like that. I was like,
yeah,
no, that's not how it works. That's not how it works. My dad just said like, watch out for the AIDS, which was crazy.
Oh my god.
Bro, it's like, yeah, so, I mean, I know, my colleague is gay and they, go to like, on trips and then they have like sex with each other. I'm like staring at, do you even know what I just like said to you? Because I don't think your reaction is, appropriate to what I said.
Wow, I never would have thought that would be a reaction coming out as trans. Wow.
That was wild. That was insane.
Yeah, holy fuck. Like my bio mom, she her reaction, I had to email it to her, and I sent her an email being like, hey, I'm trans, by the way. And she was like, oh, thank you so much. But how could you ever feel like a woman? You're like such a manly man. But congratulations on like thinking that you're a woman.
Oh my
women rock.
God.
And then she sent me a YouTube compilation of golden buzzers, like on America's Got Talent. She's like, every time I watch this, I get chills and I think of you. And I'm like, thanks. Like, best of America's Got Talent golden buzzer compilation. And it'd be like a couple of girls like singing like la la la, and then they're like golden buzzer, and then everyone's like what? And she's like, every time I see this, I think about you coming out as trans. She's like, that was my golden buzzer. I was like, what?
That's kind of. Oh my god.
Like, that's the most Gen X shit I've ever fucking experienced. That was insane. Like, hey mom, I'm trans. That reminds me of America's Got Talent. It's like
on the movie.
The TV show. It's
my
like,
mom legit was like, yeah, like you would have come out to me sooner because I see like a bunch of celebrities and they have trans kids and they come out when they're like 14. And it's like, different generation. You know.
Very different. Like, you raised me a lot different than that.
Yeah. Like, you bullied me for being like a girl. What the fuck do you mean? There were no signs.
Yeah, you told me not to do that, actually. That's crazy. Like, oh god. I made a Twitter post about this a while ago, but like, anytime my hair would get longer than like a buzz cut, my parents would force me to go get a buzz cut.
Oh my god.
And my parents were like, oh, you never told us or like showed that you wanted to grow out your hair. And I'm like, you forced me to get fuck-ass buzz cuts at Great Clips. What are we talking about? Like, there was one, I remember very specifically, there's this one buzz cut I got. It was uneven, and they gave me a bald spot. I swear my dad told them to, like, make it a humiliation ritual, that I had full-blown panic attacks for, like, days.
Oh my god.
Of just, like, this is what I look like, I hate myself.
Oh my god.
And it was torture.
I feel like
torture.
I feel like cis people, especially parents of trans kids, feel like they are more supportive and welcoming than they actually are. It's always like this thing of like, you know, gay people, trans people and so on. We know how other people talk, like how our friends and so on talk about like other gay people, about like other trans people. And obviously they are not safe enough to like come out. And then they act like they're shocked and so on that you never like opened up sooner or something.
Yeah. Yeah, it's, I don't know, dude. I mean, at that level, it's like so intrinsic to them that they don't even like understand it. Like,
Yeah.
the haircut thing, like most cis people, they don't give a shit about, like cis guys especially, they don't give a shit about their haircut.
Yeah.
And so it's like when you're like, oh, haircuts are like very, very important for trans kids. Like it is the most expressive that you can be with yourself as a child. And so to take that away from them is like, it's fucking torture. And they're like, no, it's not. It's just a haircut. And it's like, you don't get it.
Every now and then they're like videos. They're like videos of boys with long hair, and like the parents are like forcing them, and they're like screaming and yelling, and then people are like in the comments like justifying that and saying like, oh, why would you call that abuse? Like this is just normal and whatnot. Like it sucks.
Yeah, there was this one video. It went around a couple months ago, but it was like a boy with super long hair, and his mom forced him to cut it. And it made me so fucking sad. Like, I got, like, irrationally angry at it.
Yeah.
Because people were, like, making fun of him. And I'm like, are we not watching the same fucking video?
Yeah.
Like.
It's crazy.
I don't know.
Like. It's like the same thing when like, some dad is like, no, I'm not going to buy my son a pink backpack and... You know, oh, what if like he's going to get bullied in school? Like that's always like how they justify it. And then they're like, you're teaching children and so on that this is literally something that you should get bullied for, right?
Yeah, like it's, I don't know, it's so perpetuated, and bullying now is so strange. I feel like it's a lot different than at least when I was in school, because you know there are a couple of bullies that have been in my classes, and I've like seen bullying happen, but it's like so much more psychological now rather than physical. Like I feel like physical bullying doesn't really happen that much.
It's just emotional.
It does still happen.
Yeah,
it's a lot of emotional, and it's like small shit.
Yeah,
like there was one specifically where this art teacher was like, hey, I know you, like some kids were talking, and they were like, hey, I know you guys are friends, but like, you know, I can't have you guys talking when I'm doing instruction. And then one of the kids who like kind of teases the other kid, he was like, huh, friends with him? Yeah, fucking right. He didn't say yeah, fucking right, but he's like, yeah, right. And I was like, in front of the entire class, and like the whole class went silent. And I was like, are we being real? Are we actually doing that? You were in like 2nd grade. Why are you this cruel? You know? And then you meet his parents, and then you're like, oh, never had a chance. You know? But
I think that like people will justify the emotional damage that they inflict on people because they can't like see the scars and like the hurt. Which is also like when it comes to the bullying of like trans kids and so on, like they don't understand how harmful it is for them, like how like damaging these things can be, and not just, you know, to like self-confidence and like self-esteem and whatnot, like their own self-worth, and but like, oh, at least I didn't beat you, right? That's like when I was telling like my dad about like all of the little things, he was like, yeah, but like I never like thought about like these things. Oh, you just like imagined these things as like more detrimental than, you know. And like, yeah, that's the problem. Like for me it was like more painful and more damaging, and you didn't care about anything. and didn't read it that
like
way.
not being abusive. Like they treat like not being physically abusive as like it wasn't that bad.
Yeah.
Like
Exactly.
they minimize it, all of it.
Oh yeah. It sucks
like,
so much.
I don't know. It really does. And like thankfully I haven't had any like I said before, the kids these days are very gay. So there's not a lot of like teasing or bullying based on like sexuality or like gender. But I have noticed it is very ableist. It's a lot more ableist. Like, you know, when I was in school, like kids who were like on the spectrum or had ADHD or something like that, or, you know, like Tourette's or something, like people were generally pretty respectful. You know, like people were like, yeah, like some people are just like built differently and that's fine. But like now it's like they're bullying them because of that. Like they're bullying an autistic kid because he has autism.
Yeah.
And it's like, what the fuck? Like it used to just be like bullying kids because it's like, oh, I don't know, this guy's not good at sports, you can bully him. Yeah. But now it's like bullying, you're making fun of people with disabilities.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's like, what the like what changed? Like genuinely, I don't know what changed. I don't know what happened,
like,
but it's
in like even on social media and so on, a lot of like ableist slurs are just getting like so normalized, and then it's like, oh yeah, but like you can just like say the R words, like everybody like does that. That's like just normal.
That's just normal, yeah.
Yeah. And I think that like if you look at like other words, like calling people stupid and whatnot, a lot of it is literally just ableism. Like the roots of it is just ableism. It's just more normalized. And when you can't,
so sad.
When you can't see it physically, like obviously bullying when it comes to like physical disabilities and so on happens a lot, and people don't really think about like how fortunate they are because they can just like walk upstairs and they don't have to worry about like you know, accessibility and so on. But when it's something that is like inside your mind and so on, something that other people can't see, people are just way more cruel.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like the whole demonization of like mental health that happened in like the early 2010s.
Yeah.
Like, you know, everyone on like Tumblr was like romanticizing like depression and like how people cope with it. And like now I think like early 2020s, like in lockdown, people were romanticizing like the multiple identities thing. And like people were like giving themselves like that condition because they were like trying to like pretend like they have it, and then they like actually give themselves that condition. And it's like, it's so weird. It just became so, I don't know, it's a really weird trend I've noticed, and it's like
giving yourself like tics and so on.
Yeah It's like people would just give themselves tics because they think it's funny, and then they'll like, the people who have like multiple personalities or something, people will just do it as like a bit or like as a joke, and then it will actually physically manifest itself.
Yeah.
And it's like people, I don't know, people don't take mental health seriously. They never really have, and now it's getting a little bit worse. It's just what I've noticed.
Do you have to leave? Do you have to dip now?
Yes, I was gonna say I have to leave in like 2 minutes. Yeah.
I had a lot of fun.
I gotta eat. Yeah, this was really fun. I enjoy talking. I haven't like done something like this. It's cool.
I'm glad. It's nice to like bounce off of someone instead of just always yapping in front of like
talking to yourself.
Valorant and just
This was fun. I thank you for having me and inviting me.
Of course.
Yay. So yeah, I gotta go make food because mommy's hungry.
Yeah, and enjoy your food.
Thank you.
I will be streaming for a little bit longer.
Cool.
But yeah, it was nice hanging out.
It goes well.
Thank you.
Yeah, it was nice hanging out. Okay, I'm gonna go.
Goodbye.
All right.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah, let me go my main screen. Ah! Alrighty, I hope you enjoyed this. I gotta change my background again to the thing. I hope you had fun. I just saw that we're getting close to the 50% funded for my Nyara Palico plushie. So if you wanna pledge, if you wanna join in on the campaign, this is limited edition exclamation mark plush. In order to like check this out. I hope you enjoyed. Sabre is awesome, and I'd love to do this again. Yeah, if you're watching on YouTube, goodbye.